Hey guys, so the other day I was at a movie store. Yes, those still exist. And I was talking to the clerk and I was asking him, is there any whodunit films that you can recommend? Because at this point, I've seen them all. He goes, have you ever seen I See You? And I go, I've never even heard of that. So I look it up, and the first thing that sparks my interest is this guy. I want to know who he is. Why is it a creepy face like that? Next thing, Helen Hunt's in it. Helen Hunt hasn't been in anything in years. So, you know, so I was like, all right, let's watch it. Now, I See You. It's rated R. Came out in 2019. It's an hour and 38 minutes. You have Helen Hunt, who plays Jackie Harper. You have John Tenney, who plays Greg Harper. And then you have Judah Lewis, who plays Connor Harper, their son. The way that the whole film starts, the whole premise of the film is that Jackie ended up cheating on on Greg, and Connor is not happy about it. And so Jackie is a therapist, and Greg is a detective. Excuse me. And so as Jackie's going in and out of the house daily, she's realizing that things are missing, things are getting misplaced. Excuse me, and she feels like she's losing her absolute mind. And then on the other side, you have Greg, who's dealing with this kidnapper. Like all he does is he's a child napper. And I guess his partner had experienced one back in the day, so they're thinking that maybe it's the same guy. And so this is one of those films where you don't get the information until they want you to get the information. There's a couple times where, like, there's a scene where Greg gets locked in Connor's closet, and he's yelling, "Hey, Connor, let me out, let me out!" And then Jackie comes and lets him out, and it makes no sense because Connor's nowhere to be found. So who locked him in? Was it a spirit? Like, what's going on? Now, excuse me, you end up finding out that there's this thing called progging, where people basically live in your house and they do it unnoticed. Now, usually progging is not dangerous. Well, this kid, Alec Tavares, who's played by Owen Teague, he ends up making it dangerous. He wants to fuck with these people. He wants them to make it seem like they're losing their minds. Now, when there's so many good scenes in this film, realizing how Alec messes with them, and how, if it happened to you, you'd be feeling like you're losing your mind too. Because it's very possible that if you live in a big house, you don't check every nook and cranny, someone could possibly be living there. And I guess I like that in this film, especially when they showed that, because there's an even bigger story behind it. And they give you, like, flashbacks, and they give you plenty of explanation in this film. It's not gory at all. It's just very suspenseful. And I think it's one hell of a watch. Now, if you haven't seen it, I highly suggest that you do. IMDb gave it a 6.8 out of 10. I give it a 5 out of 5 because throughout the whole film, like I said, it's one of those where you get the information when they want you to have it. But they also give you little snippets of what is to come. And I was able to figure out about the progging before it was mentioned. I just didn't know that that's what they were having it called in this film. Now, supposedly it's on Prime Video. I end up having to go out and buy the movie. But give it a watch. Let me know what you think. If you've already seen it, let me know if I'm over-exaggerating or if you are on the same page that I am. Because I'm kind of disappointed that in 2019 that this didn't blow up. That it wasn't always talked about. I mean, you can see all these awards, but I'm a movie fanatic, and I didn't even hear it until I heard it from a clerk. But Give it a watch. Let me know what you think.